Hi all, welcome to my Team of the Week 1 predictions for FIFA 22. Massive thanks to EA's Creator Network and EA themselves for allowing me this opportunity. Done this a little bit differently, folks, mainly relying on the game rather than making up cards. I've just not had the time to do them just with everything going on. So especially like always, we much appreciate. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend, all links are down below for posts on the channel and social media links as always. So started off with the gear in net, 3 saves and a penalty save. Skrinar, 1 goal and a 7.5 on Gazzetta. Virgil van Dijk was 1 assist and a clean sheet. The gear, Skrinar I feel most confident about. Van Dijk is just to maybe juice it up a little bit in the defence, because Prem, I think that's where they're going to get it this week, is in defence. Forward line could go anywhere. THIAGO SILVA, 1 goal and a clean sheet in a 3-0 victory against Tottenham. Should be pretty academic. David Garcia, 1 goal and a 2 on Marca. I know Marca EA don't rely on as much, but with the lack of La Liga options this week, Garcia stands out the most, in my opinion, and just beasts up the defence really. Eredivisie should have minimum 1 shout, but I have put all 3 in because I'm not ignoring options. Neres should be a very strong shout, 2 goals and 1 assist and an 8 on VI. I will get to the other 2 in due course. It is pretty academic who the other 2 are, but we'll build up suspense nonetheless. When you win 9-0, you're always viable for 2. Florian Wirtz, very impressive for Bayer Leverkusen, 1 goal, 1 assist and a 1.5 on kicker. It was the 1.5 I was waiting for. Last night when I had predictions together, I was like, do I include him, do I not? And I hadn't got my rating yet for him. When I seen it this morning, well, early this afternoon, I actually could have been busy all day, I was like 1.5, he is kind of more a lock, when just going by what I'd seen for midfielders anyway. Kimmich should be pretty academic, 2 goals for him as well, making the team of the week for kicker. And usually when you make the team of the week for kicker, it kind of sways it quite nicely. I think what helps in his case is, and this is where people aren't as aware, like everyone's going Sani, it's more likely to be Kimmich. Vinicius Jr. got himself a very impressive 1 goal, 1 assist and a free mark. Benzema is the alternative, but I am going all out with Vinicius. I feel he's the more viable of the 2, if I'm brutally honest. I meant to say with Kimmich he was a 1.5. I knew I'd meant to say something, but I didn't say it. Caputo, 2 goals and a 7.5 on Gazzetta. Pretty academic, I feel. Forwards though, in Serie A this week, there is a few shouts. You've got Lautaro Martinez as well. I will get to him in top possibles in due course, but I feel it's going to be a mix of half decent cards and then not so decent. Haaland, we all want him. 2 goals and a 2 on kicker. This just makes his team of the week more desirable right from the kickoff, so can't fault that in the slightest. And I suppose due to the nature of the game and result, I think that's what's going to help his case as well. Bench and reserves, we start off with Andrada, 6 saves and a clean sheet in the Mexican League. Mexican League this week as well was another league that was kind of high on options, and I went 3 goalies for that particular reason. Andrada usually gets ignored when he was in Argentina, and maybe with him being in Mexico he might not get ignored as much. Diaz, 2 goals for Porto. Taremi was the alternative. One of them's getting in. I think Diaz is just going to swing it a little bit. I think the rating might play the part, and he's a bit more desirable. He'd actually be a very good investment as an 83 in form, and if he was to suddenly be featured team of the week, which we'll get into briefly as well, then an 85 of him could actually be a very usable card for team of the week 1, let's put it that way. But we'll get into who we think could be our featured player in due course. Blas, 2 goals and a 7 on L'Equipe. Kolo Muani was 1 goal, 1 assist and an 8 on L'Equipe in the same game, but I've gone with Blas just because he's a gold, and if Silver Stars was to continue, Kolo Muani could be the Silver Star, or someone else potentially. Timo Horn, 8 saves and a 1 on kicker and player of the week. You ain't gonna, if he does not get in team of the week, you know something's wrong. He should not be ignored. He is my second shout. I know some people have gone Bruno. I haven't seen Horn like I've not for what I've seen so far, I've not seen Horn mentioned, so that's a good sign in my part. Toornstra 2 goals, VI an 8 on VI, and Player of the Week should be very, very likely. But as I say, between the 3 that should feature, all 3 in theory should get in. Timber 1 goal, a clean sheet, and an 8 on VI as well. As I said, he should be very hard to ignore, and he will be very desirable for a Team of the Week 1, especially if he happens. Like, you win 9-0, like, you shouldn't really be getting ignored. Especially, and defensive options aren't the best. It's more kind of like forwards is where it's standing out. Diallo 2 goals and an 8 on the keep. The 8s were very seldom, and Diallo was one of the few, especially in the gold front. That's what kind of helped his case for Strasbourg. Subs and reserves, we start off with, if I've pronounced his name right, is Bertram, 3 goals, 1 assist. I've still not nailed his name down right, which is a bit annoying, but we just get on with it, I suppose. Ola Kamara, a hat-trick for him, should be pretty academic for Team of the Week, and should be decent enough for MLS fans, especially if you're trying to get him in Boo. If you've seen the Season 1 objectives, I suppose, Season 1 progress. But Ola Kamara should get in my opinion, but we'll see what happens in due course. He always seems to get in form anyway, or some form of special card. He always gets in. CISS is the one that could get ignored for someone like Bonaventura, for example, but 1 goal, 1 assist, and a 3 on marker. The 3 swung it for me. Raul Vallecano, very, very impressive at the weekend, and it's hard to ignore. He's also a perfect candidate for a featured Team of the Week, to go from 70 to 82. That's what he would go to, for those curious, as a featured Team of the Week card. He could even also be the Silver Stars, even though La Liga last year was very seldom given a Silver Star, so it is worth keeping in mind. Douglas Vieira hat-tricks should be pretty academic. In the J-League, Japan was, honestly, it was touch and go with a few cards, and I was like, come on people, but it is what it is. And my last spot of the week for Team of the Week 1 in FIFA 22 goes to Blair Turgott of Ostersunds. He got himself a hat-trick. He was very not a late entry, but he was like, and you're always looking at someone that goes from bronze to silver. He was that last year. He only got minor he was upgraded 2, and he gets in again this year, so fair play to him, and he is my last spot for the week. In terms of top possibles, we've got Amaral, 1 goal, 2 assists. Ishak, 2 goals, 1 assist. Laba was 2 goals, but his third was offside for VAR. Umar Sadiq for 2 goals, but he missed a penalty. Darlow, 9 saves. Julian Alvarez, 2 goals, 1 assist. Barco, 1 goal, 1 assist. Josef Martinez, 2 goals. Alan Franco, 2 assists and a clean sheet. Rusnak, 1 goal, 2 assists. Javier Lopez, a hat-trick, but he lost 4-3. Russell, 1 goal, 2 assists. Mitrovic, 2 goals. Deli Bashiru, 2 goals. Quinones, 2 goals, 1 assist. John Egan, 2 goals. Tony, 1 goal, 1 assist. Onaiwu, 2 goals. Dzeko, 2 goals. Bonaventura, 1 goal, 1 assist, and a 7 on Gazeta. Berghaus and Michi Batshuayi, 1 goal, 1 assist. Zeeler, 1 assist, 3 saves and a clean sheet. And plenty of others to kind of dig your teeth into. Silver Stars, I think, could be Kolo Muani, and my featured player, I'm actually going with CISS. Hopefully you find this useful, folks. Let me know in the comments down below who you think could make Team of the Week 1. Thanks again, EA's Creator Network. Smash like, always, and I'll catch you all later.